It's home shopping season, and homeowners like me are in the market for new home insurance. My number one priority, price. That's why it's important to get a quote from Allstate. You could save money on home insurance, plus Allstate saves you time too.
Check Allstate first, and you could save $574 on your home insurance. No hassle, just savings. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
It's October, and that means it's Yeah Ghost season.
Handsome's got a brand new Yeah Ghost t-shirt to help you celebrate this October, plus a new Keep It Handsome hoodie so you can stay cozy while you listen to the pod.
Plus, for a limited time, you can get all 3 of our Handsome Host stickers in a single pack. All that and more exclusively at handsomepod.com.
That's handsomepod.com, and keep it spooky. Fortune?
Keep it spooky.
Perfect.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Handsome Pod. It is your very good and dear and close special friend, Tig Notaro, sitting here with my co-hosts.
Your beloved Mae Martin.
And the most gorgeous woman to ever walk the earth. It is I, Fortune Feimster.
Ooh,
That was like a 1950s movie star.
Well, that's me.
I don't know if I've told this story, but here it comes again.
All right.
My cousin's wife was in the hospital, and her mother, very elderly mother, I think creeping up on 90, was in the waiting room with me, and I had met her briefly, but just like distant family type stuff. And she introduced me, my cousin's wife's daughter introduced me to her grandmother as a movie star. She said,
Oh my God.
Tig is a movie star.
You are.
Yeah.
And, well, thank you. But this elderly woman responded with, well, she doesn't look like one.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They're just like kids. Say whatever comes to the mind.
I know. I was laughing, thinking, God, I really don't look like a movie star, especially in her,
Especially in like a neon lit hospital waiting room. Everyone's stressed. You're eating some vending machine snack.
I think no matter what lighting, I don't think, whenever I'm shuffling around my neighborhood on a walk or going to get a coffee, I'm very aware that I don't look like a movie star.
I don't think we would have been allowed to be in the movies back in the day.
No, barely able or allowed to go into the movie theater, much less be in one.
On Instagram, something came up that was like, I think it was filmed in the 80s, but it was a woman who had been alive in Victorian times, and she's 108 years old, and the woman's being like, so what was it like back then? And she's like, bad. And she's like, so what was it like for women? Bad. You couldn't do anything. Like, she's just really funny. And she's like, so what's changed since then? Everything. Nothing's the same. She's really fired.
That's what's so wild, is like, as tough as things are now, it has gotten better. It has.
Did you ever watch that documentary? It came out during the pandemic with the 2 women who were older.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and
the
they
one
came out.
used to be in the baseball league, and
Yes.
I cried like a baby watching that documentary.
They'd been together for decades, but not come out to their families and stuff. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think just classic travel companions.
Yes. Yes.
Is how they were existing in the world.
But there was this whole underground community, and I think they had like a little, I don't know if not related to that documentary, but there's like a little tattoo or something that people would have.
Oh.
This was like, at least in Chicago.
Like Freemasons, like a little secret.
You kind of knew
Well, I mean, if a woman had a tattoo, wouldn't you immediately back in those days be like, look at
you, you lesbian.
Gay.
Yeah.
You
The movie's called A Secret Love.
Yeah,
That's
Thomas
it.
just put that in the chat, A Secret Love, and I didn't get that it was the name of the movie. I thought he was just chiming in, going, A Secret Love.
That's what it was. It was a top secret love.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for. I love elderly women, just not in a sexual way. Not that I would find them attractive.
Dig, dig, dig,
deeper,
dig,
yeah.
dig, dig, dig,
Okay,
dig.
so you have a fetish for
How
octogenarians.
how old would you go?
Great question. Great question, Tig.
I just have such a soft spot because I was so close to my grandmother. Don't you guys make it dirty.
Of course. But how old would you go?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's all anyone listening cares about at this point.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, grandma. How old would you
old
go?
60 maybe?
Okay. And what are you? 40?
44. I know
44?
I don't look a day over 35.
You wouldn't go 64 and just make it a nice rounded
Sure,
20?
why not?
Okay. Have you ever?
But I am married, so.
We know. Would you go old, May? I mean,
Of course.
older. Of course.
No, I would go old. Like, I mean, just for the
Of course you
experience.
would.
Now
Of
we're
course.
talking.
What is the oldest you've gone?
Oh, not that old. Yeah, not that old, maybe 50 or something. But
Hey, I'm
but-
53.
I'm sorry.
God, I'm like
Not that
way
old.
out.
But I was in my 20s, you know.
3
I wanna
years
go, like,
past
I
your...
don't want a 5 in front of it.
No, I would go like there's no limit because I think it would be so interesting.
No limit. Okay.
Okay, 109.
Well,
That,
now,
yeah,
now
that
we're-
lady.
You lost interest?
Well, if she was like, I just imagine her like yelling down at me. And what?
Yelling down
I
at
imagine
you?
going down on her. Yeah, that's what I imagine.
okay.
Sorry,
What's
sorry.
happening?
That's what I imagine. Sorry.
Oh my! You guys turned my documentary into a real. I don't even know.
Yeah, we got dirty fast.
You got
You should
dirty.
Fortune,
I'm
why are
just
you
talking about these
scandalized? You should-
wonderful old women that I love so much with all my heart.
What are we even talking about? I can't remember how we got to
I
May.
don't know. What did
Me
we talk
neither.
about?
How are you guys? Let's start there. Jake, how are you?
I'm doing okay, but I'm back in Los Angeles for
Oh, yeah.
for all the little Emmy things going on.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm not invited to, but my wife is.
You're
and
a
I'm going
plus
as a plus one.
Oh my god.
I've not really had this as far as I remember, but I'm having massive allergy attacks.
Oh god, that's not
massive.
what you need, dude.
No,
No.
that's not what I need.
What kind? Like, how's it manifesting?
Just painful, itchy eyes,
Ugh.
sneezing, pressure in the head, all of that kind of stuff. Our son Max wakes up every morning and sneezes. Please know I'm not exaggerating. Sneezes roughly 17 times. He and Finn count the amount of sneezes.
Oh
and
my
we
God.
thought that there was something in our
Yeah, in your
air
house,
vents.
right?
Yeah. But no, we go
It's
on
not.
vacation. We're in different countries. The kid wakes up, starts
Sneezes.
sneezing immediately.
And are they loud sneezes or?
Yeah, we're in our room and Stephanie and I just start laughing and counting. And
Oh
then
my God.
Max and Finn will be like, it was 12.
Oh my
Or, you know,
Wow.
and sometimes there's like, 20 seconds of silence and he gets back into it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm sure somebody listening will chime in and be like, he does this and that, and you need to do this, and this
Yeah.
means blah, blah, blah. So please let me know what it is. Go
Some-
on.
Tig needs some tips, some Tig
Yeah.
tips.
I'd like to. Isn't there a thing if you look at the sun, you don't sneeze, or you do? Oh, whatever. I don't know. Something
you
about
go
that.
blind.
I think you don't sneeze and you go
Yeah.
blind.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you catch fire.
Don't do it.
Don't
do
look
it.
at the sun in the eyes. I don't know.
Well, I look at my sons in the eyes. Hey, hello.
Hello.
And how are you doing, May?
I'm okay. I'm highly anxious, but you know what? It's almost as soon as our theme song started and we started recording, I thought I'm noticing my body relaxing.
Oh,
Look
good.
at that.
Yeah, and I thought I'm really happy to see these guys.
Okay.
We're happy to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got nothing for you. I got nothing to Nothing to offer.
You're in the throes of work right now.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And when do you wrap up and head back to LA?
October 17th it's supposed to be. Yeah, and then I think I'll become a shoemaker.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
like
You're done
my
with the biz?
My fantasy right now, but I know, look, I'm so grateful and happy to be working, but my fantasy is like just a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, something with my hands, carpentry, shoes, pencils.
Hooking up with elderly women.
Exactly.
With your hands.
Exactly.
Making shoes for them?
You know,
Yeah.
for
The cobbler.
cobbling little shoes.
Yeah.
If you are listening and you're thinking, I'm elderly, I'm very curious if you could chime in and let us know how old you are. I'd like to know who our oldest listener is. Mm-hmm. And
too.
would you hook up with May?
Yeah.
Yeah. And May, would you hook up with them?
Old cowboy. We had a lovely listener who wrote me who's 78. She
Oh,
told
no
me.
way.
Yeah.
We'll ask her if she needs a cobbling cowboy.
I think she might.
Well, then there must be at least one older listener
Do you
than the
think?
78-year-old.
Why you don't think she's the oldest?
I mean, what are the odds? We've got a lot of listeners. There's
Yeah.
got to be.
My mom doesn't really know how to listen to podcasts. She's 78.
Yeah.
She has a SiriusXM account, and I've told her that she can listen to it on her phone in her home, but she drives around town
Oh, what?
during the duration
No.
of the show she's listening
What?
to.
Because she's so attached to like the old school. You listen in your car.
I don't know if she knows how to use it on her phone, but
Oh my
she has
God.
it. She knows it's in her car.
So
That's-
can you show her?
I guess I could, but I love just imagining her
thinking about her.
driving around town.
Yeah.
And so she does that to listen to your show.
She does that to listen to the radio show I do, yeah.
And so she listens every day and drives around at that time.
She sure does.
That is
Because they play it on
hilarious.
repeat. I think she listens to the afternoon repeat.
Okay.
That's
No,
a
I
nice ritual.
honestly haven't asked her if she's figured out how to listen to Handsome. I got to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Got to.
She can't be missing this.
She
And then we
can't
gotta
be.
No, she
No,
cannot be
no.
missing.
She was even a guest on here. What is she doing with her life?
And to ask her that, and then we got to find out what month she was born, so we know if she's
Oh, I know
younger
that.
or older than.
Yeah, I
this.
was going to say, I bet we
Oh,
can
yeah.
find out immediately.
I can tell you right
I know
now.
somebody that knows her.
She was born in February.
Now, May, would you hook up with Fortune's mother?
I knew that question
Come
was
on,
coming.
May. Give it to my mom.
Oh my
May.
God.
She needs it. Come on, May.
She needs
She
it.
needs it.
She
Oh
needs
my God.
it.
Look, I like to be needed, and I like to provide a service. I think I could be into that. But no, listen, I respect Ginger so much, and
I know.
this is highly, highly inappropriate.
Wait, are you saying you can't hook up with somebody you respect?
That's true.
No, no.
It's true. Sorry.
No.
Basically,
You
what
should
you
start
said.
using that. I would hook up with you, but I respect you too much.
No, I mean, I respect her too much to even engage in this tomfoolery.
All right. You don't have to
okay.
hook up with my mom.
No, I will.
Okay.
What about her dad?
Oh, that,
Can I
mean,
call
I'm
you my step little cowboy?
Yeah, oh my God. Oh
My step
God.
cowboy. Meanwhile, my stepfather's grandpa name was Cowboy Rick.
That's
Of course,
true.
Cowboy Rick.
Yes,
Yes.
who
Yeah.
claimed to watch my podcast.
Oh my God.
Wait, can your stepdad hook up with my mom?
Well, he's
dead.
dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Oh, yeah. Your brother fell in his grave.
Yeah. All of my parents have died. I have 3 parents that have died.
I'm sorry.
Well, I blamed you for a while, but I've moved
Now you
on.
moved on.
Yeah. I've found somebody else to blame.
That's
but
good.
I don't think Cowboy Rick would have hooked up with May. I just don't.
That's fair. I was about to be outraged, but then I thought, you knew him. You knew him well.
Yeah.
You knew
Yeah.
his taste.
He was in my life since I was 2, so I
Oh,
knew.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know him because of One Mississippi and the stories. And like, I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a guy.
Well, if nobody's seen my old show, One Mississippi, check it out on Amazon and you will see who May could have possibly hooked up with. And let us know, could you see this
This pairing? What has this podcast become?
Guess what I've done every day this week?
What?
Tread?
What do you think? What do you
Whoa,
think?
look at your
Were you
biceps.
lifting or treading?
Treading.
Wow.
Nice.
How did it go?
What do
Do
you
you
think?
feel stronger?
Yeah.
Amazing.
One day I
Fortune?
did it for an hour and 5 minutes.
What?
That was an accident.
Yeah, I was really enthralled in this podcast.
Do you like wake up looking forward to it now?
I do. I would have done it. Didn't do it today, but I've done it every day since I've been home.
I can't believe that you are off and running with that.
That's amazing.
But I will tell you guys this. So, I wasn't really able to do it while I was in Toronto, aside from a couple of visits to my home. When I was in Toronto, my arm turned to this. Okay.
if
For
you're
those
watching
of you on YouTube,
it's sort of flaccid. Sure,
I go
but that's-
back to treading water.
I would
it's
say it's
Saturday,
very
Sunday,
flaccid.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days of treading water.
Boom.
Boom.
The line came
Boom.
back in my
The
arm.
definition. The definition.
definition.
What does
That's
Jax
quick.
think?
Can't keep her hands off me. Just
But
kidding.
is she like
can.
into this? She can, and she does, and she'll continue to.
Marriage.
Have you ever felt a sense of unease when you leave your home, wondering if everything will be safe while you're away? I know I have. But it wasn't until I saw my neighbor's house be broken into at like 8 o'clock at night, just kick the door down. And that's when I realized how urgently I needed a security system, and I knew my family deserved the best. After some extensive research, I found SimpliSafe. I've loved having SimpliSafe protect my home, and the security and service have exceeded all expectations.
What SimpliSafe offers is peace of mind. When you go with SimpliSafe, you know you're getting the best system for you and your loved ones. To me, personally, that's worth any price. But unlike many of the competitors, SimpliSafe is affordable as well. You'll never be locked into a long-term contract, so you can cancel anytime.
Protect your home with 50% off a new SimpliSafe system, plus a free indoor security camera when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplisafe.com/handsome. That's simplisafe.com/handsome. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Is she into it? Is she like, this is awesome? Or is she like, what are you doing?
I think she's always happy anytime I'm motivated health-wise. She's all for it, yeah.
I've been going to the University of Toronto gym because it's super cheap. And then the other day I realized like I'm so much older than everyone. I'm not used to like everyone is 18 or something. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think people in university are cool or something. But I was like, oh, they're children. Like, and I'm this weird, yeah.
Elderly person who's
Well, good thing you're gonna hook up with someone 50 or older now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is that gym? The university gym is open to anyone?
Yeah, you can get a membership, but it doesn't seem like anyone except me
Yeah.
is there except for the students, and they're all kind of nervous. It's the beginning of the school year. There's a lot of new people looking at each other, and
Well, I'll tell you what, that gym's going to fill up now that you've announced that
yeah.
you work out at the gym there.
oh, do you think it'll be full of octogenarians?
I don't know.
It's gonna be full of handsome listeners. You're gonna be pumping iron, and all of a sudden here, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Wow. I
Guys,
don't
we
think we've
just
ever
gave that
done
to
that.
y'all.
We've never done it
acapella.
live.
No.
I mean,
We're even better than I thought.
I know.
Good for us.
God, we're good.
God,
We are
we're good.
God, we're good.
It's hot as Hades right now. It's 111 degrees.
Hot as Hades. What, in LA?
Yeah.
What is 111?
Oh yeah, because you deal in Celsius. I know
do.
to get
Thomas
to
would
Fahrenheit, you take the number, you double it, and add 30. So can we work backwards from that?
Tig, can you do that math?
Let's see.
You know I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
1946?
110 is 43.
Oh my
43
God.
degrees Celsius.
No wonder you're in the pool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a hot bitch.
It's only 103 where I live.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we live in different areas.
Yeah. My kids have a baseball game. They're supposed to have a double header this weekend, and it was going to be like well over 100 in the valley. And so now they're only doing one game, but I'm still very stressed about that.
About the like heat stroke and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy hot. Do your sons get nervous before games?
No, they're there to just clobber everyone.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I used to get butterflies before I would play soccer. I played for like 4 months. I played soccer, and I used to get like true butterflies in my stomach. Like
4 months of butterflies.
Yeah, like I was going on to a Broadway show or something. Like I was so nervous.
Wow.
And then did you stop soccer and sports in general after that?
Yeah, I was like, it's not worth it.
You're like, too much stress.
Yeah,
I
I gotta
loved
go.
playing sports growing up. I did it my whole life. They called me Sporty Spice. No one's ever been called that but me.
They called you Sporty Spice.
Yeah, it was a very unique nickname that no one else has ever gone by.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back in time and root for you at one of your games.
Yeah, I wasn't bad.
But you know that, hey, bada, swing, bada. What is that?
Hey, bada, swing,
Baseball.
swing.
I think you're trying to like throw the batter off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a cheer. It's like a distraction.
Yeah, getting in their head.
I remember it
mind games.
From Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I had such a big crush on Cameron. Oh my God. That's like my type of guy. Quiet, depressed.
Quiet and depressed. Did you go on to follow him into when he was in Succession?
Alan Ruck. Yeah, I've never seen Succession. I think I watched the first episode. I got to watch it.
People were obsessed with that
People
show.
love that show. Yeah.
Were you not into it, Fortune?
I liked it, but then after a while I stopped watching. But then I heard the last season was so amazing that I feel like I should go back and pick it up.
Stephanie was. She
She was obsessed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now since I've been in Toronto, whenever I travel or I have plans, she always like gets to her TV and movie watching.
Yeah.
And so right now she's very into the Kardashians.
Oh, great.
Okay.
That's a real turn from Succession. But
Yeah.
I just watched some like Real Housewives clip that reminded me of the Kardashians, but it made me laugh so much because it was all these women and they're all drinking white wine and they're having a big argument. And one of them's like, well, you can't just come in here and act like everything's hunky-dory. And then the other woman goes, who is hunky-dory? And then
That was Kathy Hilton.
Was it?
Yeah. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh my God, that was good. You couldn't, if you
really
scripted
funny.
that, you'd be like, this is so silly.
Wait, is that a
hunky-dory?
real thing?
That was 100%
Yes, that was a real thing that transpired that she was, and
She
then
had
she's
never
like,
heard hunky dory.
no. And then it cut to like her VT and she's like, well, I don't know who hunky dory is, but
Well, I don't either. Where did that come from? And who is hunky dory? And what is hunky dory? And I mean, where does
now that
that
you
come
mention it.
from?
We don't have the May fact on it.
I feel like I
Yeah.
should know that. Okay, I'm Googling
You
it.
really
But
should.
if you had to take a guess, what would you say?
Because the meaning of it doesn't really fit the description of it. Everything
Okay, describe
hunky-dory.
what is the meaning of it?
It's like
Satisfactory.
yeah, like
Uh-huh.
status
Everything's
quo.
good.
Everything's fine. But a
Yeah.
hunky
Oh, here we
hunky
go.
person's a very fit person.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is more than fine.
Do you have any guesses too?
No, just give me the information.
Okay. Okay. It's a Dutch origin. Honk actually means home base.
So
And
wait,
so
is it spelled hunk like HUNK or HON, honky?
It's spelled hunk, HUNK, but it came from the Dutch. So in the mid 19th century, hunky came from the Dutch honk, home base, and the origin of dory is unknown. It says, we stumbled on a real mystery here.
We
So
really
no one knows
did.
where it came from. Just a bunch of Dutch people said hunky dory to each other.
Yeah, it's.
I have a
it
Dutch
said-
friend. I'll reach out to him and ask. He's coming to visit in about a month.
He's
so
gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
yeah, I'll get to the bottom of
Hunky
this.
dory.
Yeah, that honk means home base. You go, oh, the dinner was nice. I got to go
Well,
I'm
honk.
this-
confused on honk when it's
I
honk.
know.
It says it stems
Why
from
is-
the New York slang hunk, in a safe position, and the Dutch root honk or home.
Wait, guys, hold on one second. Let me check in with our listeners. Is everyone still here listening while we Google?
Some people are on the edge of their seats right now.
Well, they're down a honky-dory rabbit hole right now. Hunky-dory, honky-dory. I mean, I can't believe I'm insecure about how to say this.
Our 85-year-old listeners right now are loving this conversation, though.
Or that 108-year-old woman is like, Hunky Dory was my cousin. But like 3 different websites that I just saw said the origin of Dory is unknown, and I am electrified by that. I'm like, we got to do a true crime documentary getting into finding the origin of Dory.
Finding Dory.
Boogie,
Finding
woogie,
Dory.
Boogie,
Isn't
woogie,
that
woogie,
a
woogie.
movie?
Isn't it? Yeah, like Finding Nemo.
Yeah. Finding Dory.
The thing I love about our Handsome podcast is you truly just never know what we're going to talk about.
I didn't see this coming at all.
I see it
scripted
coming.
my part, so I knew that I was leading us towards a Hunky Dory.
I just know it's hotter than a cat on a hot tin roof right now.
I love this character. It's very Elizabeth
I'm so
Taylor.
hot right now. I'm sweating. I don't know why I'm smoking a cigarette when it's so hot outside.
Do you
Now I'm
have
starting
boob
to sound
sweat?
like Cher.
Do you have boob sweat?
No. Well, wait. Hold on. A little bit.
Oh my God.
Because Stephanie was reading this character in a script this morning, and the character had under boob sweat.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a descriptor, or it was in the dialogue?
It was a descriptor.
Oh my God, what a great detail. Just like Susan enters with under boob sweat. Whoa.
Susan's got to get her life together.
And I'm sorry, you do have boob sweat?
I sure do. Should I play Susan?
Yes.
Yeah. We just had to check in with the one person with boobs in our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
2
knew
against
I would be
1.
the one?
And I
Who
mean,
knew?
let's be honest. My boobs, as we know, are somewhere in a dumpster in
In a
Hollywood.
dumpster.
But I'm certain they're sweating too with this heat. In a dumpster? Are you kidding me?
They're for sure in a
Pools of sweat.
sweating.
Should we get to our our question?
Yeah, we should.
Let's do it. Today's question asker has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We don't mess around on this
No, we
podcast,
don't.
okay? We go straight to the Hollywood Walk of Fame for our guests.
You have
She
to
was
walk
named-
over her star to get to Tig's boobs in the dumpster.
Can you imagine? What if that was the point where I was like, that's enough.
Yeah,
That's not
hey.
cool.
That's not cool, man.
That's where you draw the line.
Or people read into that moment. They're like, I think Tig was actually bothered by that.
I love when people do that with our podcast.
I know.
When they're like, did you guys think that that person was mad at that person? No. Yeah.
I know.
No. Okay. She was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world. In the world. This whole planet. This
Wow.
whole planet.
There's a lot
She's-
there's a lot of people on the planet.
Fortune. That's true. Okay. You heard it right here.
Don't ask me
listeners.
how many, but there are a lot.
Her breakout role was in E.T., the extraterrestrial, and she's also starred in Scream, Charlie's Angels, and
Can I just check in? Thomas, did you
Dates.
Thomas, did you write this intro? So you spelled out
Yes.
extraterrestrial? You were like, better clarify.
Yes.
Oh, is it not
Love
called E.T. the extraterrestrial?
No, it's called E.T., isn't it?
Oh,
It
interesting.
is actually called E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
I stand
never
corrected.
knew
Wow,
that.
May, you
I was
must
wow.
be mortified.
There's egg on my
mean,
face.
You looked pretty dumb.
I really took
Okay.
a shot for Thomas and got burned.
Yeah.
May, I didn't know that was the full name either.
She starred in Scream, Charlie's Angels, and 50 First Dates, and TV shows including The Santa Clarita Diet and The Drew Barrymore Show, which she hosts. Drew
Who is it?
Barrymore. Well, I was just about to tell you, and you interrupted me.
Who is it? Who
It's
hosts
Drew
the
Barrymore.
show?
She's asking today's question.
Who?
Drew Barrymore. Saving money can be tough, but one place where it doesn't have to be is your home insurance. Get a quote from Allstate today, and you could be saving money the fast and easy way. So what are you waiting for?
Check Allstate first, and you could save $574 on your home insurance. No hassle, just savings. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
My family is officially back at school, which means we need healthy, stress-free groceries now more than ever. Thrive Market's got us covered with everything from snacks to quick, nutritious meals, and nothing's more satisfying and helpful than getting our pantry fully restocked without even having to leave the house.
I love that Thrive Market only allows trusted, top quality ingredients while restricting 1,000 plus harmful ingredients like artificial flavors, high fructose corn syrup, and more. Not only do I save time shopping as a Thrive Market member, I also save money on every single grocery order. On average, I save over 30% each time. And best of all, when you join Thrive Market, you are also helping a family in need with their 1-for-1 membership matching program.
Save time and money and shop Thrive Market today. Go to thrivemarket.com/handsome for 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/handsome. thrivemarket.com/handsome.
You know what credit wasn't on here was whatever that movie was about the host of the Gong Show that she was in. I really liked that.
Oh, I don't think I saw that movie.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I loved her her Grey Gardens, her scripted version of Grey Gardens. That was amazing.
Yeah.
She's been famous since she was like 6, right?
Well, when she was in E.T., the extraterrestrial
extraterrestrial.
movie.
Is that how old she was?
Motion picture, yeah.
Her show is so fun, and Ross Matthews is her co-host. They're so fun together. But I do love when she interviews people, how she just gets right up on, like, right, touches them and is like so lovey-dovey. It makes me so happy.
I think she is truly the best talk show host. It is
Completely.
such
Awesome.
a blast
Completely.
to watch her. She's
Yeah.
so great.
But my nightmare is that if I ever went on there, I would be the one guest who she's just like 6 feet away from, sitting very
Never.
demure, sitting just
But
not
then
coming
that
anywhere
would be
near.
the perfect moment to seize and say, I've noticed you're sitting very far away from me, and you
And do you
don't
think she'd
normally
go with
do
it?
that. Oh,
No, I think
know
she
Drew,
would
like that, yeah.
She
and
would
I know
immediately
Drew.
get up and run over to you.
She'd be on your
I
shoulders.
went on her show and I got a lot of Drew hugs.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a Drew hug.
I love a Drew hug.
should we hear what her question is?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing the podcast, is to hear questions.
Tig, May, Fortune.
She said my name.
It's Drew. I have a question for you.
Oh my god.
What do you do when you see that someone has a giant booger in their nose?
She said my name.
Drew. She said our names
my
too.
God. I know.
We
but
said
you guys
her
probably-
name. We said her name.
We said her
We said her
name.
name a lot, so it was only fair.
You guys probably know her. That's big for me. That's wild. What a great question. Hey guys, why did the booger cross the road?
Why?
He was getting picked on. Anyway,
Aw.
Did you write that? Is that your closer?
been working on
I
that
do
for a
need
while.
some new material for my next tour, so
You could use that. Just credit me.
can?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
You should just tour with knock knock jokes.
Oh my god.
like,
but
that would
kids
be a
would
long
love
hour.
Chicken cross the road jokes. Or one long chicken cross the road or one long knock knock. Like nobody answers the door in the knock knock joke. And you just
Yeah.
have to keep knocking.
That seems like something you could pull off, Tig.
Yeah, Tig, you could do that. You could milk a knock knock joke for an hour. Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I'm trying to do this joke and nobody will answer the door. So back to the knocking.
I do have a longer joke up my sleeve that I would like to tell, but it's vulnerable now that I put it out there. Like I just know the
Let's hear
reaction's
it.
not good. I just know. I can
Let's
just.
hear
We're all
it.
friends here.
This
We're
is
all
a trap,
friends
though.
that want to take you down, but go on.
Okay, it's not that long. I'll try and keep it
Okay.
brief. So there's this woman. I'll drag it out. There's
Yeah.
this woman, and sadly, her husband has passed away, and she's at the funeral. And this man arrives, who she's never seen before, and he says, "Marjorie, my name is Nick. You don't know me, but I actually fought in the war with your husband. We were very close, and so I thought I'd come by." And she's like, "Oh my God, Nick, so nice to meet you." And he says, "It would mean a lot to me if I could say something, if I could get up and speak." And she's like, "Okay, well, yeah, I mean, take the mic." So everyone's sitting there, and he gets up and he goes to the mic, and everyone's sort of moved and quiet listening to this
Sure.
older man. He gets up to the mic and he says, "Bargain." And then he goes and sits down. Now we're at the wake after the funeral, and Marjorie goes up to him and says, "Nick, thank you so much for what you said."
Wait, is it important at all that her name is Marjorie?
No.
Okay, just seems like such an odd name to choose.
I just picked it. I just
Okay,
picked it.
I'm like, why is this person's name Marjorie in this joke?
I'm trying to
Okay.
add a rich layer of detail.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just
Okay,
got
so-
very distracted by the name Marjorie.
So Marjorie goes up to Nick and says, I just want to say thank you so much for what you said. Oh, now there's too much space between. Okay, remember he said bargain.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we do remember
So,
that.
yeah, you remember that? Okay, so
Yeah.
she goes,
I
thank
had
you so much.
forgotten.
Yeah, thank you so much. I know that meant a great deal. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, I get it.
I unfortunately do too.
Take
Did you
logs
write
off.
that or you read that somewhere?
No, the camera operator on my show told me that, and
And
God,
you
it
laughed
tickled me.
so hard.
I truly
And then
laughed
we had
so
a
hard.
good laugh.
Wow.
I love a joke.
I do love a joke, but I'm not good at telling those kind of jokes.
Neither am I. Clearly, I threw in Marjorie. It threw everyone off.
Did I ever
Everyone's-
tell you my
I
dad's
don't,
favorite
only
joke?
me. Your dad what?
Did I ever tell you my dad's favorite joke?
No, I don't think so.
What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts? That one?
No, what's
No,
What is it?
sounds about
Do you
right.
do you guys know what's the difference between deer nuts and beer nuts?
Wait, you
No,
already
what?
asked us.
No, I asked you if you heard that. The title. That was the title of it. Now I'm asking
okay.
you the
Oh,
question.
now you're into the joke.
now you're in the
One
action.
is $1.99 and the other one is under $1.
Oh, deer
He doesn't
nuts.
get it.
and
I got it. It took me a minute.
Deer nuts.
Yeah,
and
I would
beer
think
nuts.
you would be most familiar with.
Why am I having to
nuts.
explain this joke?
No, I get it now. That was great. I
A
loved
buck.
that.
Deer. Come on.
Bring it back to boogers.
Jesus.
What's the difference
Oh,
between?
right.
My dad would be so bummed right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it deserved more. What's the difference
Buck
between
up.
What's the, hey?
Still got it.
What's the difference between boogers and broccoli?
So many things. Like where to begin?
One's vegan.
Kids don't eat broccoli.
I was about to
Ew.
say. I was just about to chime in and say something very close to that answer. And so that's not a joke. It's just a fact.
Yeah,
May
it's not the
fact.
best. It's not the best.
My
yeah.
fact.
Yeah. What's the difference between poop and a lollipop? Kids like lollipops.
No.
Yeah.
Would you tell someone if they had a booger in their nose? Let's.
Oh my God, yes. And I have many times. I have no
I
problem.
can totally see you telling someone that.
I
Yeah.
have no problem doing it. I don't
But do you-
understand.
But are you discreet about it, or you're like, hey,
Well, sure. I'll
Janice,
just be like, ew,
check
bat in
your
the cave.
check your bugs.
Yeah.
Bat in the cave. That's good.
Bat in the cave. I was
Hey, bada, bada,
swimming at a hotel pool while I was treading water, as we do, as 2 against 1 in this podcast do. And it I'm like mid treading, and it turns into kid family hour at the pool.
Oh God. Oh
and
God.
just like truly 16 kids from age 2 to 16 are in the pool swimming, splashing around. I'm in a corner just trying to do my elderly treading. And then there's this kid. Actually, the reason why I ended up in a corner was because this kid who had endless snot
Ooh.
going from his nose to his mouth.
No.
Why
And
is it
I was
always
like-
hotel pools? Yeah.
Right. Any public pool, people have boogers. I swim to another side of the pool. I tread out my way over there. And then he, of course, ends up near me. And I'm like, oh, my God. I mean, it's just like a cavalcade.
Pouring out of his- oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you tell him, hey,
Did you
kid?
tell him? Hey, kid, you got
Hey, kid.
boogies.
I did not. But if I'm at a party or something or I'm at a dinner, I absolutely. It's that thing of I would want somebody to tell me.
Yeah.
I would
I
a
don't
million
think I
percent.
tell people.
You
But
don't.
I don't think
Fortune.
I do.
Really?
I'm trying
You
to
just
think
let
if
him
I
hang
ever
out.
have.
Would you want someone to
I'd
tell
my
you?
wife. I would tell Jax.
Right, but if you were out somewhere and you were just hanging out with a booger,
I don't know if I want anyone to tell me either. I just want to live
Really?
in ignorance.
I kind of know what you mean, Fortune, because it could just knock your confidence so
Just
hard.
be a weird, awkward moment.
Yeah,
Oh my
What do you
God.
do? Because then you're like,
Well, yeah,
But it's-
you gotta get
it's
it with
like,
your
why-
hand.
why
you
does it
have
have
to
to be-
excuse yourself to go
you
to
don't
the
have
bathroom?
to excuse yourself. You just
you
grab
can't
it
stick your
and
finger in it
flick
there. That's
Well,
worse.
if it's up there, nobody's seeing it. We're talking
you
about a
can't
booger.
stick
This
your finger. You can't
no,
make it
you
even
just
more
kind of
awkward to
grab
stick
it.
your finger up.
You just grab it and then you flick it at the person that told you had a booger
No.
on your nose.
But see, here's the thing. People do this thumb pick. That's still
Yeah.
picking your nose.
Yeah,
I
but what are you gonna
know.
do? Just let it hang out?
I know,
there?
but some that people are like the one pick finger is like so grody, but somehow this is okay.
Grody.
It's still
You
grody.
could do a
It's still
snot
sticky.
rocket.
Oh my God! Imagine if someone said, "Oh, you have a little booger there," and then you just went and snot rocket.
You guys one time when I was in junior high, I was
Yeah.
we were sitting in the gymnasium and you know how sometimes you cough and like a little phlegm comes up?
Never
Yeah.
had it happen.
And usually that only happens when I'm sick or not feeling well, but this was not the case. I coughed, and being a 14-year-old, didn't have the manners to put my hand in front of me, and a phlegm came out of my throat
No.
onto this guy's cheek.
No,
Oh
Yes.
no!
no!
I wanted to die.
This
Oh,
wasn't the
God.
guy that you were doing. Whose wiener
No,
you were
not the hand
touching.
job guy. I did know more than
Did
one
he-
guy.
Was it big enough that he noticed?
But I bet your guy circle was getting a lot smaller because you're like the person that's coughing phlegm onto people's faces and giving
They do know each
terrible
other, yes.
wiener touches.
What did you ask, May?
Did he notice it? Like, was it?
Oh yeah.
Oh no! And did
It
that
had
follow
to
you
be
around?
it had to be
middle
one of
school?
those.
And then did you
like-
have to say you have a booger on your cheek?
I wouldn't dare. I don't even know. I think I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and he just like had to wipe it and be like,
Oh,
Oh God!
God!
It was
How old were you?
mortifying, like 14.
Oh,
And when you're 14,
man.
like not that much is happening to you. So if
Yeah.
a phlegm ball flies on your face, you're milking that for weeks. You're like, that's
And
your
he
anecdote.
was very good about it. He didn't make
he
a
was?
stink about it, and he didn't
Good.
like it wasn't a big thing.
well, he was
just kinda-
stunned. He
Yeah,
was
of course, because
stunned.
that was disgusting.
Oh God, these things that stay with you your whole life. Like you will always remember that moment.
And I ran into him
So
last
will
time I
he.
was home. There was a part of me that thought, does he remember?
And you
You
didn't
should have
bring it up?
asked him.
I would have immediately been
no.
like, oh my gosh, remember when I coughed phlegm onto your cheek?
I didn't even
How
bring
you
it
like
up in
me
high
now?
school.
I think I have a bad memory for things. Like my friend just texted me and was like, remember, and sent me a photograph of a group of us, and most of the girls had X's on their faces, like scratched into the photo.
Why?
I was like, what is this? And she was like, remember that the girls with the X's on their faces were the girls that pooed in that girl's bed at camp. And I was like, what? I don't remember that. And she goes, yeah.
So the girls who did the pooping got in trouble, got the X's.
The girls who did the pooping, because I guess my friend
Was
had
like, I
made the
hate
X's because she
them.
was like, that was mean.
That's a lot of poop.
I
in the
know.
bed.
That's
I
a
know.
good point. Yeah.
And how did everyone know? Like, this is it, you guys. Does everyone have to poop? So do I.
Does
Let's
everyone
all
have
hold
to poop?
hands. We'll
Oh
show
my
that
god.
dumb bitch.
Wow,
Oh my
look at
God.
Fortune's muscular arms.
I know.
that
you
was
get
cool.
it. I'm not even hardly trying, and you can see.
Yeah. I don't say poo. I say
What do you
poop.
say?
I don't say poo.
Oh, you don't?
Poop.
No. You say poop or you say poo, Fortune?
I say dookie.
Dookie.
Grody dookie. I say poo.
You say poo?
Yeah, I don't love
You
saying
say
pee in
dookie?
general. Like saying that letter.
I say
in
doo doo.
general.
I like the word doo doo.
Oh yeah.
Probably better than dookie.
Doo doo.
Doo doo.
I
Make
do
a
say
doo
poop.
doo.
I say poop though. Poop and doo doo.
Guys,
Yeah.
remember
Or
we have
doodie.
80-year-old listeners?
They've checked out.
I have to make a BM.
Remember, we have a questioner who's one of the 100 most influential people in the world.
We reeled
yes.
them in with our hunky dory facts and then
Yes.
lost them on the doo doo.
Hunky doo
Yeah.
doo.
May, do you tell people when there's a boogie in their nose?
Really depends how close we are. I think I'd have to be like pretty comfortable with them. I wouldn't want to, like,
I
if someone's in
couldn't
the
tell a
middle of telling a
stranger.
story. I couldn't tell a stranger. No,
Couldn't
no, no.
tell a stranger.
No. Would you tell Thomas?
Thomas,
Would
I
I
could
tell Thomas?
I know you would, Tig.
I would
but
tell
Fortune,
Thomas
would you?
if I
Thomas.
smelled anything weird or saw any. I would be like, Thomas,
Immediately,
what
right
was
out of the
that?
gate.
Yeah, what is that? Something's in your mustache. Oh my god, you know,
Right.
like that
Yeah.
comes out of me immediately.
I like that. That makes me feel safe, like as a friend. I know.
I don't
you're
like
gonna...
awkward moments with people.
I
Really?
love them.
Yeah, like if someone tooted and no one wants to acknowledge it.
My dad.
Then
used
you're
to
the
get
one
so...
to be with. If you are a disgusting person, just hang out with Fortune because she won't say a word. You have
I won't
boogers hanging
say
out of your nose. You're
anything.
gassy.
Because I like people to feel comfortable at all times.
Well, they're going to feel more comfortable if they get the booger off of their nose. And wait, Fortune,
They're gonna get back in their car or go home and then see it, and then they're gonna go, wait, was that there the whole time? But their brain's gonna think, well, I don't want to believe that it was there the whole time, so I'm gonna tell myself that it just happened.
see, I would get in my car and be like, welp, I just walked around a party with a booger in my nose the whole night. Awesome.
Yeah, me
And
too.
nobody
then I'd
told me.
And you become a cobbler.
And Fortune, would you tell Thomas he had a booger hanging out of his nose?
I would tell Thomas, yeah. I'd be like, hey,
May,
Thomas,
would you tell Thomas?
There's a boogie in your nose.
I'd probably avoid saying any words. I'd just do the motion.
You
I'd go,
did
hey man,
this.
hey man, you gotta. I wouldn't say the words. Whereas Tig, I feel like you would relish the words. You'd draw them out. You'd say, there is a bat in the cave.
Kind sir.
Are you, the next time you go to Drew's show, going to try to have a booger in your nose to see if she'll tell you? Well, we don't know. We don't know her answer yet,
Yeah,
That's good.
but
I just did Hollywood
is-
Squares with her.
you did.
Yeah, she's the center
See-
square.
It is exciting that she said my name. You guys should say your name all the time.
She's
Anyway.
saying our names all the time.
Well, yeah, like that. Yeah, like you were hanging out with Drew.
what was the movie where she played Josie Grossi?
Oh,
I love that.
Never Been
movie.
Kissed?
Yes.
Seems like
Yeah.
Josie Grossi sounds like that person would have a booger in their nose.
Yeah, Josie
she's
Grody.
played some fun characters.
Yeah,
She's
she
so
really has.
good. Yeah.
Should we hear what her answer
Yeah,
is? To
Let's
this?
hear
Yeah.
it.
Okay, here is how I would deal with it. If I really don't know the person and it's just super awkward and I just am like, oh, I can't get involved here, I'll just move along. But that's like 10% of the time. I would say 90% of the time. All right, hold on. I would say 80% of the time I'm like, you know, I just do the little like cute. And
tap.
no, I'm not suggesting let's take drugs. I mean, I probably used to do that, but I'm just like, oh, I think that's a cute way to do it. I think it's really terrible when you're like, you have a booger in your nose. Someone's just going to feel so bad. But this is like, ding-a-ling-ling, like, it's cute. And then if the other 10% of the time, and I'm not good at math, so I don't know what percentage we're at here now. If it's someone I'm really close to, I might just reach right in and grab it. But that's like someone I'm really, really, really close to. And definitely I would do that with my kids. But it's a really good litmus test of like, you know, how close you feel to someone.
No.
So if you really love them and they came from you, or it's your best, dearest friend, just yank it. You could put a tissue on your finger for like a prophylactic, but, you know, or you just dig. Most of the time, this cute little signal like, cute boogers. And then if you just really don't want to deal, just don't deal and walk away and wish that person bon voyage the best.
Now, kids, sure. That's I think that's a parental thing. You're just every bodily fluid ends up places.
It does.
I don't want to get a booger out of my bestie's nose, and I don't want them digging into my nose.
What if it was Drew?
No, she'll never look at me the same. She don't want her finger up my nose.
Maybe it'll bond you. It'll be in like sort of
I was gonna say it might make you closer.
She like hold someone's hand. I just wanted to tell you there's a booger in your nose.
Oh my God. Like how your phlegm ball bonded
you guys wouldn't care if someone stuck their finger in your nose?
I would not like it. I like when I was a kid, wet willies were a thing, you know, someone would lick their finger and put that like deeply disturbed me. But yeah, if it was Drew, I'd be overjoyed because I'd be like, wow, you really were, that's an intimate thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on who it was. Like if Drew grabbed booger out of my nose, I would be like, oh, look at you. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. And then I just continue the conversation. But yeah, whether she likes it or not, if she has a booger in her nose, I'm going to be like, Drew, you got a booger in your nose. You got to deal with that. And then May, you can do the cute little point to the nose. And Fortune can just...
And I'll walk out of the room.
Yeah, head on out.
Bon voyage.
Go see what the snack situation is in the green room.
Yeah. If you have an appetite after seeing something so
nothing
gross.
Can stand in my way of snacks.
What if there were boogers everywhere?
Oh, well no.
Yeah, I remember Mad Libs, and I feel like you're always under pressure to come up with like a funny noun, and kids, you always say booger when you're a kid.
What are Mad Libs?
You know, it's like a story, but with certain words left out, and you fill in, it'll be like noun, adjective, and you fill in the words. And then you read the story out loud, and it's fun. Oh, next time we record
Mad Libs?
2 against 1, Fortune. Next
so.
time,
wow. 2
can we do
against one?
Next time we record, we're gonna do one. Okay, I'm gonna find one.
I bet we'll never ever remember to do that. But
Thomas put it on the list.
Let's do it next time.
We haven't added things on the list in a while, so might as
Mad
well.
Lib is on there.
When are we gonna get to that list?
When we're all 3 in the same city.
That was a fun, disgusting, weird episode.
I loved it. Hunky dory, boogers, all kinds of stuff.
Mainly those.
Well, I feel
things,
mainly those 2 things.
I feel like I've gotten a lot closer to you guys after discussing this.
And just to be clear, Fortune, if you have a booger, I should just not say anything.
Yeah, I don't need to know. Leave me be.
If you cough phlegm onto my face, would you like me to acknowledge it?
God, I hope I know better now in my adult life to put my hand over my mouth. But yeah, there's no way to not acknowledge that. Even if you were like, I would totally understand.
Okay.
And May, just to be clear, how would you like me to handle things if you had a booger in your nose?
The cute little motion, but then be aware that I might leave the event and go home, but not just out of shame.
See,
but I might
would you prefer that I let you stay and have a good time?
No, I'd like to know, and I'd like to go and wallow in my shame.
I'd like to live in ignorant bliss.
Look me in the eye and say, Tig, you got a bug.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks to Drew for
Thank you, Drew.
Asking a question.
I felt like we really dug deep on that one.
Hey.
I do have one final show of my Live, Laugh, Love tour, November 16th in Santa Rosa,
Okay.
California.
All
I'm going to go
right.
visit wine country. I'm going to get some vino and
yeah,
do a
nice.
lovely show at the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. So go to my website and get that ticket.
Yeah, I've been working out so much new material and sometimes working out the same material of my new material at Comedy Bar in Toronto. I mean, the crowds have been so fun. And so I'm there pretty regularly while I'm in Toronto. So check that out. And then when I'm back in LA, I'm at Largo and Dynasty Typewriter. And then I will be in Kansas City on November 2nd. And then St. Louis, November 15th. But all of that information is at tignotaro.com. What about you, little cowboy?
Yeah, check out SAP on Netflix or it's season 15 of Taskmaster. Why not? That I never talk about that. And I love Taskmaster. It's a British ridiculous game show that I was on and I had the best time of my life.
Check it out.
Check it out.
I love a game show. I have to be
love
honest.
it.
All right. Well, please share this episode with a friend. Rate and review the podcast. That helps keep the show going.
Also, if you think you're our oldest listener, please reach out. Marjorie.
Yes.
Is it
Send
you?
a picture. Send a picture.
Definitely send
play.
a picture.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. And until next time, I would say
Keep it handsome.
Hey, handsome listeners. We know that price is at the top of the list when you're looking for home insurance. Obviously, you want a great policy as well. That's why we truly want you to get a quote from Allstate. Make the switch and start saving money now.
check Allstate first, and you could save $574 on your home insurance. No hassle, just savings. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.